All right, y'all. This is Black Ink Crew New York. This is season 6, episode 20. So the crew is at 113th as always. Sees he's still stressing out about the whole situation with the lawsuit or whatever. And Sky was actually supposed to be there to help him, but nobody has seen or heard from her in the last few days since the whole situation that happened between Elliot and Kevin last week or whatever. And so they all like, yeah, Kev, you the reason why we ain't heard from her and why she ain't been here or whatever. And Kevin is like, hold on, like, how is it my fault? Old boy wanted me. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit happens. Like, she be alright. So, C's decides to FaceTime her to see where she's at or whatever. And she just answers the phone all casually as if she's not supposed to be at work or whatever. And she's like, you want a sandwich or whatever? And he's like, no, like, where the hell are you at? You're supposed to be here helping me out with this whole lawsuit situation or whatever. And managing the shop. And, she's like, oh, I'm in Miami or whatever. And he like, what? Like, how did your ass end up all the way in Miami or whatever? And, of course, she's still pissed off about the situation that happened with Kev or whatever. And she needed to go down there to get a peace of mind and be with herself and the 50 other million people that be in her damn head or whatever. Like, she needed a cleansing or something like that she was saying. So, she gives him the address to the house that she's staying in out there in Miami, so C's could send her check off or whatever. And so after he gets off the call with her, they all kind of pissed off because they like, this bitch down here, getting the good old suntan in Miami, and we freezing our asses off up here in New York and everything. So C's decides to, make this last minute decision and say, you know what, we about to blow up her spot. We going to Miami, y'all. I'm just like, alrighty then, just picking up your shit and go. Short notice, but I mean, hey, we already know production going to handle all that shit, so whatever. So then Walt, Mel, and Bay, we get like a quick scene with them. They're not going to Miami because it's, at the last fucking minute. And, Mel, can't find a babysitter in that short amount of time to, watch her kid. Walt has like photo shoots coming up or whatever, and then, Bay, she had to get permission from her doctor or whatever. It's just too short notice for them, so they're staying in New York. But Bay and Mel came over to Walt's apartment so they can like redecorate for him or whatever. So then we get the crew in Miami. They're at the airport and everything, and Kit, she being extra, she done brought like 8 bags with her or whatever. They like, damn, is you about to move to Miami? Like, what I'm saying? You got all these bags and shit. But I've told you guys before, I overpack too, just in case, because you just never know. You know what I'm saying? But sees he's like over Kit because she's being so diva-ish, talking about how she got to fix her makeup, and I think they was like waiting for her bags to get off the conveyor belt or whatever. And the crew, they decide to play like a C's decides he's gonna play like a little prank on Kit. And of course, Tati being there waiting for Kit and everything, she got thrown into the prank as well. So they all hop in like their cars or whatever to go to the house that Sky is at and everything. And, Kit calls him, going off on him or whatever about leaving her and Tati. And then he gives her the address, but he ends up giving her the wrong address on purpose. So they show up to the rest of the crew. They show up to the house or whatever. And, Sky, she's getting her nails done. And, she got like this little butler man with a bow tie and no shirt on, running around, doing stuff for her and everything. So they show up or whatever, and she sees them, and of course she's not happy about it. She like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? And she throws her damn champagne glass and she runs off to the back somewhere. And sees he goes after her, and he's like, I mean, I thought you would have been happy to see us, you know what I'm saying? And Sky is like, no, like, I needed to get away from you motherfuckers, okay? And then you gonna bring Kevin on top of that, knowing that I'm pissed off with him right now or whatever. And after they have their little conversation in the back or whatever, they come back out and, sees, of course, he's trying to offer her shit so she won't stay mad at him. So she won't stay mad at him or whatever. I said, see, that's why she act the way she act now, because y'all always trying to kiss her ass and shit like that. But anyways, so, he offers her some edible arrangements, and she decides that she's not going to be mad at him anymore, and let them stay at the house or whatever. But she gives them some rules. She says that her butler is off limits. Don't be asking him for shit, and to be doing shit for y'all. And then she says that she don't want Kevin all up in her face, and that he must stay 76 feet away from her or whatever. And Ted is like, listen, just apologize so she don't end up killing us all later on. And so Kev, he apologizes, kind of, sort of. But Sky feels as though that is not sincere and everything. And Kev is like, but it is sincere. Kind of or whatever, because I really shouldn't have to apologize. Like, it's not a big fucking deal. And it's really not, because like Kev said, Sky is sitting up here acting as if, Elliot can't produce more sperm, as if, Kev just took all of Elliot's sperm and, sucked him dry. You know what I'm saying? So, she's going off, going into her antics, and she's screaming 76 feet or whatever. And they like, oh, alrighty then. They all walk away like, oh, I guess we're staying here, so it is what it is. So then, Donna, she was talking to Alex and somebody in the kitchen, somebody else in the kitchen or whatever. Mo finally calls her back after she'd been trying to call him for the past few days, and he hasn't been responding. So she steps outside for a second, and she's like, I've been trying to call you. Are you okay? I don't understand why Donna would be trying to call him after he wrote all that stuff in the letter that she got from him on last week's episode, saying that he hoped that she died and all this other stuff. Like, why would you even be bothered to keep on trying to call him? You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so like I said, she's asking him, are you okay or whatever? And Mo is like, you don't give a fuck about how I feel and and he's just going off on her, and he's calling her dirty and says that he hates her and hangs up the phone or whatever. So then later on that night, they trying to turn up or whatever, and C's has a surprise for them. He brings in this like Latino band or whatever to play music for them outside by the pool area. And C's, he gets on the microphone, and he's calling for Sky to come out, because Sky goes to her room because she don't want to be bothered with them. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to get her to come outside and everything, and Donna and Jada start singing the song or whatever to get her to come outside. So Sky, she comes outside, but it's not the party. She gets on the mic and talks about, her spiritual journey and how they done fucked it up by showing up, and, she really don't want them there, and now she can't sleep in each room on a different night no more because they occupying the rooms. You know what I'm saying? So, she's over it. She goes back into the house or whatever. And they like, well, shit, fuck her. We still gonna party. You know what I'm saying? Kit and Tati, they finally arrived like 2 hours later. And, after finally finding the house. And so Kit and Tati, they decide that they're going to throw C's luggage in the pool. And so, they come outside or whatever with his luggage. And Kit, she has some food in her hand, a tray of food. And, C's is like, what y'all bitches doing? And like I told you guys before, I've told you guys in the past, I cringe when they just, they just use the bitch word so loosely like that. But, I ain't about to go on a tangent about it, because I done told y'all how I felt about that in the past. But anyways, so Kit, she throws the food on him, and then Tati throws his luggage in the pool. And then that's when C's ends up throwing Kit in the pool or whatever. So the next day, Sky, she decides to, sneak and leave sneak out and leave while everybody is still asleep, so she can have some time to herself and everything. So she's like on this dirt bike or whatever. She ends up at this Haitian spot, and to get some food or whatever. She was saying how she's been to Miami many of times, but she never noticed this Haitian spot before. And I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at that food, I was like, oh my god, it looks so good. But yeah, so Sky is I think she said that she was like half Haitian or something like that. So she just feels so connected by being there and everything. And she starts thinking about her son. I forgot her son name, the one that she gets along with. She calls him on FaceTime or whatever, and she tells him, that she wants to fly him down there because, she thinks that he'll like it and everything. And he's like, okay, I'm down to come down there or whatever. So, cool. So I think, yeah, in the next episode, we're going to see her son down there or whatever. So anyways, back at the house, Donna, she's, in the bathroom getting dressed or whatever. Alex, he comes and tells her, yeah, everybody's looking for you at the pool and everything. And she's like, I'll be down there in a little bit or whatever. I'm almost done. And, he basically wants to talk about, the whole tape situation. And, he starts expressing his feelings for her and how, it's not just a fling for him, like how he really does care about her and all this other stuff. And, Donna, she's shocked to hear this and she's kind of blushing a little bit. And he's like, but I just want to, let you know that. And he goes on about his merry way back, to the pool or whatever. So later on, and the crew, they're ready to turn up or whatever. They ready to hit the clubs and the bars and everything. They taking, they pre-gaming in the kitchen or whatever. Sky, she comes into the kitchen and she's not saying anything at first. They like, hey, Sky, whatever. And she's not saying anything. And Caesar's like, oh, Lord, she's about to kill us all or whatever. And then she's like, bitch, I'm ready to party. Like, let's turn up or whatever. And they like, oh, shit, okay. Sky is finally, back to normal. So she's ready to party and everything. And as they turning up and having a good time, Muhammad, a.k.a. Mo, he ends up showing up. He shows up, walks into the house. I'm like, excuse me, sir, are you gonna knock? You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, I know production told him where they were at or whatever, but still, walking up in they house and shit that they staying in, where they laying their heads at, walking in like you was invited or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so Muhammad, he goes, like they all looking like, what the fuck, and he goes straight for Alex, punches Alex in his face or whatever. Alex is trying, grab him and kind of put him like in a headlock, and, Mo, he's, under Alex trying to, get up out the headlock and everything, whatever. And, of course, security trying to break the shit up or whatever. Producers, they come upstairs to tell Donna what's going on and everything, because she was in the bathroom. Her and Jada were in the bathroom still getting ready, so she runs downstairs and everything. And they took Alex somewhere because they showed him with the ice pack on his mouth or whatever. I said, damn, Muhammad hit him that damn hard. But anyway, so she's pretty much confronting Mo, like, what are you doing here? And blase. And, she's trying to, touch him, try to get him to calm down and everything. And he like, don't touch me and all this other stuff. And you better start dealing with motherfuckers that can fight and everything. And he just was doing way too motherfucking much. It's like, if you said you was done with her, why even show up? Why show up for what? It was like, you know what I'm saying? He throwing insults at her, saying how she put him in a bad position, and now, he has to rectify the situation. What is there to rectify? You said you was done with her. You said you was done with her in the letter and told her that you hope she die and everything. So what is your purpose of, like, I didn't even understand why he answered the phone for her, earlier on in the episode, just to continue to throw more insults at her and everything. You said you was done with her or whatever, so why is you even doing all this extra shit? You know what I'm saying? He wanted some motherfucking camera time. But anyways, like I said, he's throwing insults at her and, you know, talking about all the niggas that she done fucked at the shop and, you know, the girl, because y'all remember her situation with Duchess. But, you know, yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened, but anyways, so yeah, he's talking about all the niggas that, you know, she done fucked or whatever at the shop before he got with her. And it's like, okay, you knew all of this and you still decided to get with her anyway. I'm just saying. And, you know, he's sitting up here saying now, you know, all these niggas that you be fucking or whatever, I think the baby that you had wasn't even man's and all this other stuff. And it was just really pointless. It was really pointless for him to show up there and he's sitting up here talking about how he was such a good guy to her, a good man to her and everything. I'm just like, well, how much of a good man could you have been? How much of a good man could you have been? And you sitting up here showing up, doing all this, you know, extra shit, fighting Alex, you know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, throwing insults at Donna or whatever, this, that, and the third. How much of a good man could you have been? That was the episode, you guys. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you guys come back, and I'll see y'all in the next video.